What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 2 in my 14th annual 31 Days of Horror, a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October. And for day number 2, I decided to jump way ahead from 1946 and hop into the 90s. Got the Rocco's Modern Life hat, just for the occasion. Leprechaun shirt, also a 90s film. And I decided to go with a found footage film. A found footage film from the 90s. This sort of shot on video film. And that is America's Deadliest home video. Coming to us courtesy of TerrorVision Films. Which is a very fun label. I've reviewed a couple TerrorVision titles on past 31 Days of Horror. And yeah, this one I picked up a little whiles back, and I'd never seen this film before, and I was very interested in checking it out. I'm a sucker for found footage. I think that it's a really fun subgenre, and any like found footage films that are done, pre-Blair Witch is always interesting to me. So America's Deadliest Home Videos came out in the year 1993, many years before the Blair Witch Project, which is pretty cool. I mean, we all know that Blair Witch isn't the first found footage film, but it's definitely one of the more popular and sort of began to, I guess, inspire other films. I would say that more so, like, Paranormal Activity really kicked off the found footage genre, but, we got some after Blair Witch Project. But yeah, this one is pretty early, and yeah, I think it's shot on video, actually. It is directed by Jack Perez, and he also did the film Some Guy Who Kills People, which TerrorVision also released, and it's a pretty solid movie as well. So this film follows a character named Doug, who ventures out on a road trip. He packs his home video camera expecting to film his adventures. He essentially runs into a group of criminals led by this guy named Clint, and there's also this other girl named Vesna, and there is another girl who I can't remember her name, but essentially Clint and this other girl are in a relationship, and then Vesna is this other girl who like kind of kicks it with them, but they're basically just some like outlaws, essentially. They're just going around robbing, murdering people, breaking into things, stealing, shooting, all that good stuff. And they run into this character named Doug, who they eventually start calling Dougie, and they essentially kidnap him and force him to follow them around and film all their crazy shenanigans that they get up to. But as the film goes on, Dougie gets deeper and deeper involved with this crew to where he is sort of in these forced participation aspects of the film. He also starts developing a relationship, feelings towards Clint's girlfriend, who also seems to reciprocate these feelings. So there's that whole sort of hidden, underneath love affair thing going on between those two. But yeah, this movie is really fun. I got really into this one. It's just so cool to see, this type of movie in the early 90s that is just very creative. By today's standard, it's kind of, we've seen stuff like this since then. But at the time, 1993... Man Bites Dog came out in 1992, so that could have definitely been an inspiration for this movie if the filmmaker had seen it, because it's sort of, it's a little similar, like a documentary crew following around this killer, this bad dude. It's got some bloodlines with Man Bites Dog, I would say, a little bit. But we essentially get these characters going from place to place. They go to a convenience store, rob them, end up killing the father of the guy who's out there pumping the gas. They take off. They go to a video store and kill a bunch of people in there. They go to some somebody else's house and kill him. And, it's, a lot of carnage in this one. And honestly, the climax of the movie, like the final scene, is pretty entertaining. I will give it mad props for the shooting of this film and the editing. They do a really good job with the editing. I mean, this movie, I imagine, is pretty low budget effort. And if it was, they seem to pull off a lot of awesome stuff in this movie. Like, there is some blood and some nastiness in this film. And it honestly just makes you, like, kind of hate this Clint guy. Like, but he also is very charismatic. There's moments in the film where they're just sort of talking to each other. There's a moment where he tells Dougie this joke about this guy going to prison and stuff like that. And it's just, it adds to the world building of the characters. I really like that about this movie. And yeah, so you can see all of the characters there. There's Dougie there. There's Clint. There's Vesna, I think it is. And then I can't remember her name. But yeah, she's she's you could almost get the sense that she's sort of wanting to escape from Clint. And Clint has this rat tail haircut thing in the back that is just 90s as hell and just is awesome. But yeah, he's a vile, piece of crap. There's some scenes where he ties up the girlfriend, and you can't really tell if she's like into it or she's just like kind of used to it, you know what I mean? And then I actually really like the Vesna character too. She's kind of interesting as a little sidekick, and she's pretty violent as well. But yeah, this movie sort of reminds you of almost like Henry Portrait of the Serial Killer in a way, where they're just like, there's that scene where they got the video camera in that movie. So that could have been another inspiration of this movie. But overall, man, I thought this thing was really dope. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm glad that TerrorVision released this one. I had heard of this movie before, but for some reason in my head, I always thought it was like a Faces of Death type thing, where it was just like clips of, people dying, or like fake and real, like like a sort of Faces or Traces of Death. Like, I don't know why I thought that. American Deadliest Home Video, I guess, like the title, and America's Funniest Home Videos, obviously it's a clip show. So I kind of I thought that's what this movie was, but I was much more happy and surprised to see that it is actually like a narrative film. And yeah, I think one of the strongest parts is the editing, though. It's just like they do a good job with it for, I think they're on tape, right? Like I think they're filming on like a video, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this was a really solid watch, man. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I really loved it. So with that said, that is day number 2, America's Deadliest Home Videos. Pretty cool. And yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow with another one. We're going to venture back in time again. We just jumped forward in time. We're venturing back in time to the 70s tomorrow, which 70s, lately I've been really digging some 70s flicks. So we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Peace.